Aloha everyone, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to all of you out there. You got Elle here, and I am a coach with the Be With Your Twin Flame program. Happy Thursday, I hope you all are well and healthy. We have a question today that has come up, oh my gosh, ever since I first started coaching. It happened with me myself and has recently come up with my students, and I just wanted to share that with you because this is such a commonality that happens sometimes on this journey, this crazy journey, seemingly the journey of your soul. And there are things that can come up that, now that I'm in the place that I'm at where I'm coaching and I've learned how to balance my fear-based energy, it can bring me a chuckle a little bit because of the way that people react to this. And I'm going to share that with you today. And the question is, why are my exes everywhere now? And this is a common thing. If it doesn't happen to you, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're not on a twin flame journey, or it doesn't mean that you're in any different type of place that you need to be. Everything that happens to you or for you is orchestrated by your soul and is absolutely perfect. So this one gives me a chuckle a little bit, and I like to talk about things because things in this nature, if they give me a chuckle, because it really, folks, this journey, as you all know, can be very difficult at times and very daunting, very exhausting, it feels like it's life draining, but it doesn't, it's not necessarily so. That's not what's happening. In fact, this journey happens upon you because your soul said you're ready, but you're going to want to take note of the link that I have below, because that link, folks, if you are finding you are on this journey, let's just come right out and say it. I do all the time. You're going to need help. You're going to need help. And if you are ready to commit to yourself about learning how to love yourself so that you can learn how to manage your fear-based energy and balance your fear-based energy, which is what's causing all the ruckus out there, or I'll say quote unquote ruckus, because it's not really ruckus. It comes across that way. But if you're ready to do that, that link right below is going to take you straight to the beginning of the path of learning how to put yourself first, how to love yourself, how to honor yourself, which is what this journey is about. So today we're talking about something that happens. Let me just tell you, even though this is a very common thing, it has absolutely nothing to do with the physical form of the twin flame. It's just that once you find yourself on this journey, especially in the beginning parts, once you start learning how to balance your fear-based energy, and it is a process, folks. It doesn't happen overnight. We have people who have never entered our programs who thinks it does, and we have people who have been in this program who still don't really know that it is a process. Process meaning that it will take whatever time your soul orchestrates for you to learn how to balance this energy. So in any case, when that starts to happen, when you're right in the early stages, a lot of times what happens is people start seeing or start getting called or texted or emailed or hit up or just seeing in traffic for some reason their exes. And it's like it could be one, it could be several, it could be all in a very short amount of time, it could be spread out, it doesn't matter. But this is a commonality that happens to many people on this journey. And in a sense, it doesn't mean just ex partners that you were romantically involved with, but it's also friends that you might have fallen out with. It's also jobs, people, companies calling you up, maybe wanting you to consider coming back. Things like that. It could be family members that have gone MIA on you. Sometimes that happens, whether it's your immediate family or extended family, that happens. Just whatever, in the English language, when we call it exes, we just mean it's a situation or person that you're no longer in the middle of dealing with and that kind of thing. But they start popping up all over the place. I remember very clearly when I was in the very early stages, seeing more, like several of my exes, all within like a 4 to 5 day period. Some of these people I haven't seen in 35 years. And, you would never expect to see them again, but just to all come around the same time at a really, short distance of time between these. It can be very alarming, which is why people my students would be like, help, what do I do? First of all, folks, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. There's a lot of times people coming and approaching this from what is in the spiritual community, a lot of 3D happenings out there. They like to call this woo-woo thinking. And woo-woo thinking meaning if this is happening, it's for a reason. I need to get involved again. I need to carry this out to see where it goes. That's not what it means at all. And especially on this journey, it has nothing to do with the twin flame side, yet it happens. And what ends up happening is a lot of times people who view it that way, they start thinking that, oh my gosh, my soul brought this in for a reason. I need to run with it and check it out. That's absolutely not true, folks. So although I myself, my teacher doesn't know exactly why this happens, there is one thing that really becomes very clear, is a lot of times when people start seeing these folks pop up, these situations pop up, old jobs even, old friends even, that for some reason you fell away, it wasn't working out, and they start popping up. It really is about how you look at it. And if you'll be in the place like, help, then you're gonna look at everything like, oh no. It doesn't mean anything. There's no good or bad. It just happens. And what I like to do, what I like to encourage my students, because a lot of times they start looking at it and go, oh, how did I go out with this person? I can't believe I stayed at that job that long, when maybe the conditions weren't right for you, or, you just had a boss that just you and he or you and she just kind of graded together. A lot of times people look at those situations and they realize, folks, how far they've come. They are not the same people, especially once you find yourself on this journey. And when I say that, the same people, I use it loosely, because really what's happening is you're not becoming another person on this journey. You are returning to your soul. You are returning to your original self. And as you align closer to your soul in learning how to balance your energy, a lot of times, a lot of these things, just kind of do a quick review in your life, and you are able to look at those things and really start to understand and resonate about your own self-worth. And they're exes for a reason. They're ex jobs. Not to say that things cannot play out in another way, shape, or form. You always want to be open to things, but folks, it doesn't mean anything on this journey except how you're going to use that to learn more about yourself. I have people, it's so funny, I have people telling me, Aniela, help, this is not working. It's magnetizing in all my exes and not my TF. And you don't want to look at it that way, because your focus is on the TF. Anytime you focus, folks, on the TF, you push them a little bit further away. But it's kind of cute and it's kind of funny, because it can be overwhelming. I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, well, why is this happening? Trying to find that meaning in why is this happening. Sometimes there is no meaning, but there is always something that you can look at in reference back to yourself. And that's, like I said, that's what a lot of people take from this happening, is being able to look at things that happen, prior situations, prior relationships, prior things that happen with family and really start to see their own self-worth. And it didn't have anything to do with what happens on the twin flame journey, but yet they still are able to come to that space. Now, we don't want to start going, oh, if I see my exes, that means I'm doing great. No, it has nothing to do with one another. But should that happen to you folks, let me tell you, it happens to a lot of people. We say there is really no answer because it's really irrelevant. And when it comes, irrelevant on this journey. And now keep in mind, it doesn't mean you go jumping back into anything with them. I mean, you want to be open, but for goodness sake, you just want to be able to look at things and not connect it to your twin flame journey. But it's very well and very much okay when a lot of people look at it and say, wow, I have come such a long way. And that is awesome, folks. That is awesome, because one thing you can feel like on this journey, I tell you right now, is that it's not going anywhere. It's not getting anywhere. It always is. You want to be mindful of keeping things like that separate, but also being able to use those things to learn more about yourself. People tell me, oh no, it's not working. It's not working. And they're going, the only people that's coming in are my exes. We don't want to focus back on the twin flame about that, folks, but that is generally what happens. Use your discernment and also know that whatever happened to you before, whatever situations that happened to you before, 3D, jobs, family, friends, everything was perfect, folks. Everything. Just as everything that happens on this journey is absolutely perfect and orchestrated by your soul for the purpose of you. So never ever feel that, this is happening to me. Why? And get caught up in that. There really is sometimes no real big reason or answer to why, but we can always use that to learn more about ourselves, which is what this journey is absolutely all about. Okay? So if that's happening to you, don't panic. Do not panic at all. That happens to a lot of people on this journey, and you're doing fine. You're doing perfect. But if you're ready to start learning how to get to the place where you're feeling better and balancing on this journey, you're gonna want to click on that link below to get started. All right, folks, hope that resonates with all of you. Happy Thursday. God bless, and we'll talk again soon. Malamapono. Bye, everybody.